Welcome to Pat Stats. Today is June 6th. The Mets on this date since 2015 are 1-3, just like they were yesterday. In 2015, they lost 2-1 at Chase Field against the D-backs. Bartolo Colon pitched for the Mets, and he pitched pretty solid, only allowing 2 runs in his 7 innings of work. Juan Lagares hit a solo home run for the Mets in the 2nd inning, but that was all the runs they scored, and those 2 runs that Colon allowed were enough for the Mets to lose the game. One other note though, Bartolo Colon did get a hit in that game, his 3rd straight game with a hit. In 2016, the Mets game got postponed. They were supposed to play the Pirates at PNC Park on a 7:05 p.m. first pitch. That game would end up getting moved to the next day, which we'll talk about tomorrow. In 2017, they were at Globe Life Park playing the Texas Rangers on a Tuesday night. Jacob deGrom was pitching for the Mets, and Dylan Gee, former Met, was pitching for the Rangers, and it was a slugfest. Jacob deGrom did not pitch well. He allowed 10 runs in 4 innings, but Gee didn't pitch well either. In only 3 1/3, I'm pretty sure he was hurt. He allowed 4 runs. It would be a kind of back and forth game. The Mets would do a little catch up, but it would ultimately not be enough, as the Rangers won the game 10-8. The Mets hit 5 home runs though that night. All 5 players are not on the team anymore. Juan Lagares, Asdrubal Cabrera, Neil Walker, Travis d'Arnaud, and Curtis Granderson all went yard, but those runs deGrom allowed were too much to overcome. In 2018, it was the complete opposite game. The Mets lost 1-0 against the Orioles. The Orioles swept a 2-game series from the Mets. After that game, Dylan Bundy pitched well for the Orioles, and Familia for the Mets allowed the only one run in the 8th inning. Wheeler's with 7 scoreless innings. The Mets could not score for him, so they ended up losing. In 2019, it was a 12:10 p.m. first pitch at Citi Field. The Mets were playing the Giants. The Mets hit back-to-back home runs to start off the game on Med Rosario and Dominic Smith, but the Giants tied it up and then took the lead in the 6th. McNeil tied it in the 6th with an RBI single, and then Todd Frazier hit a home run just over the left field fence. It was a breaking ball. He went down on his knee, and he went and he hit it out. It was pretty incredible. Kind of a juiced ball home run, in my opinion. But that's another story to talk about. And the Mets would end up winning 7-3. So, as we all know, like yesterday, we talked about a potential MLB schedule, but we're going to talk about a different kind of MLB schedule today. It's the one that the players want. They want 114 games. In my opinion, this is not going to be likely. This is very not likely because it ends on October 31st. It would be 114 games and allow for 10 days off starting on June 30th. If you remember from yesterday, it could start on Wednesday, July 1st. But if you remember, watch the video from yesterday, it's kind of hard to fit in the series. But it would be easier in this way. And no doubleheaders. So here's how it would work. It would be 13 games against the division. Oh, it's actually not 13 games. That's wrong. We got a little technical error there. It's actually 20 games against each team, which is actually going to be more than what they are now. It's simple. 1 4-game series at home against each team and 1 4-game series away against each team, and all the others are 3. And as you saw yesterday, they could always switch a 3 and a 3 and make it a 2 and a 4. That's always a possibility. And the opposite geographical division would stay the same. It would be 6 games against each team, 3 home and 3 away. AL East versus NL East, AL Central versus NL Central, and AL West versus NL West. The main problem here would just be the end of the season, October 31st. It's getting pretty cold. They might have to start playing in some neutral sites for definitely the postseason, potentially some of those October games, especially in some cold places. I just don't think it's going to happen. The owners, I will talk about tomorrow, they want 48 games, which is a drastic difference. But anything would really be great right now. We're just hoping they make an agreement. So that's all for Pat Stats today. We'll see you tomorrow when we discuss the 48 game plan.